Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you for joining us for lesson 9. We are focusing or concentrating on Noon Saakin. So what is Noon Saakin? Noon Saakin and Tanween. The letter Noon with a sukoon is called Noon Saakin. As you know that any letter, if it has a sukoon or jazm, it is called Saakin. As any letter having a tashdeed or shadda sign is called mushaddad, hardened. So this letter Noon with a sukoon or jazm is called Noon Saakin. And there are special rules concerning Noon Saakin, where we have to prolong that Noon Saakin and where we have to keep it short. Now Noon Saakin may come either in between letters of a word, in between a letter of a word, or at the end of a word. Okay? As you know that a word cannot be started, cannot be recited if it is Saakin, because a letter, the first letter should have some vowel on that one, short vowel. For example, Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma. Okay? Now, what is Tanween? This is another issue. Double strokes over or below a letter are technically called Tanween. Now, as you can see here, and it has been highlighted in these three examples, now the word Sawa'un, Hamza carries a Dhammatain, double strokes of Dhamma. Ragadan, Inna alladhina kafaru Sawa'un alayhim. Now Ragadan, haythu shi'tuma. Okay? Now Ragadan, on Dal there is a Fathatain. This is called Tanween. And the word Ainin Aniya. Now again, Noon has a Kasratain. So Tanween has basically double Fathatain, double Kasra or double Fatha. Dhamma. Okay, and these three examples have been given here. Now, you may have noticed that Tanween produce nasal sound. As Noon Saakin produce nasal sound, Tanween also play the same role. Tanween can never come in between a word. A word can end at the end, like for example, Sawaun. Now, it will always appear at the end of a word. Secondly, Noon Saakin and Tanween have different shapes, but their pronunciation is the same, because they are producing nasal sound. Now, there are special rules concerning Noon Saakin and Tanween. Two kinds of nasal sound, clear and short nasal sound about 1 second, as we did in one har, 1 second, clear and short nasal sound. And the second, sustained, concealed and prolonged nasal sound, as we did many times practice in Surah Al-Falaq, like min sharri ghasikin idha waqab. Okay? In this lesson, we shall focus on clear and short nasal sound produced by Noon Saakin or Tanween up to 1 second. Okay. Clear and short nasal sound, technically this is called al-idhar. Idhar means manifestation, clear pronunciation, where the letter is distinct, is not concealed. Is only one second. And clear pronunciation of Noon Saakin or Tanween without prolonging nasal sound is called Idhar, manifestation. Now, Huruf al-Idhar, letters of manifestation. There are 6 letters. Basically, you know that there are 29 letters in Arabic language, and out of 29 letters, the following six letters are produced from throat. That's why it is called letters of throat as well. Letters of idhar, letters of manifestation, and letters of throat, because these 6 letters are specially produced from here, this. Now in this case, there are 2 rows and 6 columns. The first one is Hamza Alif. Alif, not Alif Saakin, but Hamza Alif. And Hamza Alif, you know that Alif which carries Fatha, Kasra or Dhamma, like Unzila. Okay? And again this Hamza, now in the first this row you can find this is the Alif, which is not silent. It should carry something, Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma. That is called Hamza Alif, or this Hamza as well, original Hamza. But I have put in the same one category. Sometime the first one comes, sometime in second one comes. Okay, like for example, Sawa'un. Now on Hamza there is a Tanween. Okay, and sometime the Hamza Alif comes. Anyway, in examples we will find out, identify. The second one is Ha. Now, if you put a Fatha on Hamza Alif or Hamza Alif with Fatha and say you will feel that there is an articulation point and exit point coming from throat. Letters of throat, Ha. And then Ain is a particular special Arabic sound. It's coming from the middle of throat. Okay? And then Ha, Ghain and Kha. So these are the 6 letters which are called Huruful Idhar, letters of throat or letters of manifestation. This rule, which you have to remember this time with practice, that should be written in your mind through practice, and then you can explain to others. Now remember, if Noon, Saakin or Tanween is followed by any of the 6 mentioned letters, the nasal sound will be kept short and clear for about 1 second. Remember, when I say, many times I discuss 1 second, 2 second or 3 second. It doesn't mean that when you are reciting the Holy Quran you have to keep watching, the watch. Okay, this is just an understanding or an assessment, okay, of the time. It could be 1 count, 1 beat, or 1 second. But because this is the minimum unit of measuring time, that's why I mentioned that one. All right. Now, example for practice. Now here there are some examples where Noon Saakin is written there, like for example Min Ibadina, and sometime Tanween is there. So we have to practice. Now in the first example where Noon Saakin is followed by Ain, and Ain is one of those 6 letters of Idhar. Now here Noon Saakin will not be prolonged, will be manifested, will be clearly pronounced, about 1 second, 1 count, 1 beat. Okay? Min ibadina. Now look, I did not prolong min 1 second. Did not make any change in the exit point, not prolonged. Min, but it doesn't mean that we have to pronounce so quickly that the due right had not been given to it. Every letter should be given its due right, its due time. Okay? Tanhituna minhum min ghairi. Example of Tanween, and it is called Noon Tanween. If that is Noon Saakin, it is Noon Tanween. And Tanween means basically to produce nasal sound. Arshun azimun, azabun alimun, aliman hakiman. When a word, where you are going to make a waqf that is ending on huruful mad, a letters of prolongation, that remains active. Like for example, min ibadina, because alif is there, alif madda, so that will be pronounced. But in other cases, like for example, hakima as well, but other cases that short vowel is missed. We have concluded lesson number 9, and until the next lesson, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.